Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ife Artistry. If this is your first time seeing my video, you are highly welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for watching my videos all the time. Okay guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this beautiful cut crease. If this is the reason why you are here, keep on watching, and of course let's see how I did that. Okay guys, so I'm going to be using this Plouise eyeshadow base in the shade 02 as her eyeshadow base actually. So I'm going to be placing that like everywhere, all over her eyelid, like equally, like extending it to the crease line, because I'm going to be first of all creating my crease line as the base, okay, before I move ahead with doing the rest. Okay guys, so in this eyeshadow application you are going to be watching and see how I did this. Like, I took my time and created something beautiful. Okay guys, so after placing the eyeshadow base, I went ahead and blended it out, making sure like I'm not leaving any hash line or anything. Okay, so after that I went ahead and set it, because I'm using the Plouise base guys. I would want to set it. Okay guys, so moving on, I'm using the Morphe eyeshadow palette, and you see the two shades I'm mixing together. So I'm going to be using this and my precise brush. This is an eyeshadow brush, like, so it's not really a blending brush, but I'm using this precise brush to mark my transition line. So first of all, I used a very dark shade to create my transition. Okay, so I don't know, but this is actually how I did do my eyeshadow. Like, this is one of the best ways, so that when I'm cutting the crease, I already know what I created. So when I cut the crease now, it's not going to be hard for me to do that. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to like try and locate where my crease line is going to be going from, and I'm going to be marking that with a dark shade. Okay guys, so this is actually something that I learned recently, and it looks more simple for me creating eyeshadow. Okay guys, so moving into the second shade, you see the second shade I picked from the same Morphe eyeshadow palette, and I'm just going to be using that to buff out the first transition line I marked. So I'm going to be buffing it out. Just watch and enjoy. So I'm going to be buffing that out with still the same eyeshadow sorry, my blending brush, not really a blending brush, with this precise brush that I have, just trying to create a transition. Guys, there's one thing with this blending technique. When I do this eyeshadow application this way, so when I do that, I just make sure that I blend out everything like very, very well. Okay guys, so moving on to this, like the next shade. So the major thing here is to just create a transit from a dark shade to something that is light. That's what I'm doing, and doing that with a more precise brush, especially when you know that you are working on something. Like, I don't want my eyeshadow on the lid. Like, I don't want what I'm applying on the lid now. Like, I want it the place I'm placing it. So I'm using a precise brush to make sure it's not getting to other places. Okay, so I'm just going to be doing that, because if I go and use like a very big brush, it depends on how you want to do yours, but like for me, I'm telling you what I do. I make sure that I don't get into the eyelid, because imagine if I get into the eyelid now, when I'm going to be cutting the crease, is either my my lid is dark, because like dark shade entered there, or like it's not going to be neat, and I don't know where I'm cutting from, so just watch. When I'm going to get to that point of me doing my cutting the crease, you're going to see how simple and less difficult it's going to be for me. Okay guys, so I move into the Zulu palette. I'm using the yellow shade and orange shade to just buff it out more. I'm just trying to make my transition, guys, like nothing serious, just creating my transition. And there's something you're going to notice here. You'll notice that like this didn't really transit, because the dark shade I use in creating the mark the line is really very dark. Like, this didn't really transit in my eyes. Like, I needed to like work on it the more for it to really go in and say, yeah, this have transited into the bright shade. So I'm going to be using a more, not more darker, a color, it's just a shade. I think this is the burnt orange. I'm using a burnt orange to actually buff out that dark line more, so that I'm going to see a flow of transition. And this is it. Like, from that point, and I can see that it's no longer like a line that is so dark. Yeah, I'm seeing like, if if you are looking at it from the, you know, from the transition line up there to the brow bone, brows bone, to the brow bone, yeah, exactly, you're going to notice what I'm talking about. Like somehow when you are doing eyeshadow or you're cutting crease, you're just going to, you're doing cut crease or something, you know, before you cut the crease, it's going to be looking weird, except until when you begin to cut. Yeah, so for me, I know it's kind of looking weird right now, but never mind. It's going to like come together very soon. So that is, I just keep buffing out just to make sure that, you know, I don't see the line, very harsh line anymore. I think I actually went ahead and added the line again, like I want it to be more precise. Okay guys, so after that I'm going to be taking this Plouise base again, and I'm using the Merak Cosmetics flat brush. Guys, this flat brush didn't really do it for me, because like it's not that this flat brush can do it, it can actually, but I am already like so comfortable using this my old time angled brush. Like it makes cutting crease easy for me. I don't know, and I don't know how I cannot use it, especially when I'm filming. I can't really be trying something when I'm filming. Like I can't try something new, especially when it's cutting crease. I have to be careful, so I just have to drop it and go ahead using the brush I'm already comfortable with. Okay, so just, you know, you can see when I'm cutting the crease, like I'm not going back to look for line where my crease is going to be going from, because I already created the base when I was doing my transition. It was simple, it was easy for me to now do my cutting crease. I don't know if you understand. If you are learning how to cut crease, like do it this way. Once, make sure you emphasize and, you know, do a precision of where your cut crease line is going to be. You know, when you are moving on to cutting crease, it's going to be so easy and simple. It's not, you will not start from the beginning and start trying to cut a dark line that is going to continue to be dark and all that. You know, it's going to be more easy for you. Okay guys, so I was done with the first side. I'm just going over to the second side to, you know, continue with my cutting crease. I'm just, you know, going to be taking it gently, like honestly, so gently. And honestly guys, like cut crease, when you do it and do it lightly, like correctly, you are going to enjoy it, because this eyeshadow is one of the best. Cut crease eyeshadow is one of the best, honestly. You will enjoy doing it if you know what you are doing, you know. So one of the major things that's making this my first, like creating my first transition line, that is the, you know, creating the line of my crease, it gives you that deep crease. Can you see how deep my crease is? Like the crease line, like it makes it deep. It's not like her crease line is that deep. Like I using a very dark something in that crease line before buffing out makes it beautiful, I'm telling you. So I want to try it out. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to go ahead and blend out. And guys, after this, I would really want to see some of you guys try this eyeshadow look. Just tag me when you are posting. Yeah, I want to see some of you guys try this out. I want to see how much you guys are learning. So I'm challenging you guys, try it out and tag me. I want to see. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm just trying to blend. And while blending, there is something that I didn't really get very close to my crease line, okay, because I was trying to be careful, so I used something more precise to blend that out. So after this, I'm going over to my Morphe eyeshadow palette again, and I'm taking that very light yellow shade. It's so bright, like so light, you know, it's more like it's not even yellow, you know. So but I was taking that, and I'm going to be placing that in the beginning of my eyeshadow tear dot. I'm taking it in, like this is not really tear dot anymore because I really went in. So I'm going to be blending and just taking it up, but I'm gonna stop at a place. And when I stop at a place, guys, I'm just blending yet. I've not really gotten to where I changed, but I'm going to move over to my Morphe Jaclyn Hills eyeshadow palette. Yeah, so I'm going to be using this Jaclyn Hills eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be using this yellow shade. And this one thing again, like this shows you how you can actually move with flow of colors. So there's one thing, if you want to achieve something beautiful and something nice, try and learn how to move with colors. You know, you use something. I used a very light yellow or something, and I moved into a more yellow shade. Okay guys, so this is something you want to learn. You want to know how to, you know, the colors you should be placing. And now you can see I'm moving over to, you know, something that is like yellow orange, like yellow orange shade. And this is orange, not yellow anymore, because, and now blending it into that yellow actually makes sense, because the two of them actually can flow. I don't know if you understand. So it's not a must that you have all this eyeshadow palette that I'm using. You can have your eyeshadow palette, the one you have. Yes, the one you have. Just try and find colors that are close to each other. You can see after that orange shade, look at another orange that is more darker. Okay, so that is now what I'm going to be using in the outer V. And guys, there's something. So I didn't really want this eyeshadow everywhere, so I have to use my Tiger Razor blade cover and just make that line. I want to just, you know, cover to make sure I have a sharp edge when I'm done. Okay guys, so I just placed it there. I'm equally using the precise brush to make sure I get too close to my crease line, because I don't want to use a fluffy brush and then scatter everything I've done. I'm using this to just be careful and know where I'm getting at. Okay guys, so just place it and make sure you place it very well. Just place and press and hold, and then, you know, blend. I'm just doing blending, and at this point is either I go into my crease line or I bring my precise brush to, you know, do it for me. So I have to choose bringing my precise brush, because I don't want to go and ruin or scatter things I've done, guys. Like doing this, you can see, oh my god, you can see how the line is, you know, beautiful. But there's actually one mistake I did here, because one funny thing is, like, if you can make mistake and you realize that this is a mistake here, so I would have actually, while placing that razor blade, I would have actually bring it down, because when I was now done doing my underline, you know, smudging out the underline, I realized that the two of them didn't match. You know, you guys are going to like see what I mean like very soon, because I was supposed to bring this down. It's not supposed to go from my waterline. Like, I just marked the line from the waterline. It was not supposed to go from the waterline. It was supposed to come below the waterline, because my eyeshadow, the eyeshadow I did down here was supposed to mix and flow with this, but you guys can see, like, my under eye eyeshadow smudging is actually out, why my line that went up is something else. Did you guys understand? I bet you do. Okay, so while doing your own, just make sure you do it correctly. Okay, so yeah, you can see, like, it could have actually come down. Had it been it came down, smudging this under eyes would have actually flowed with that. Yeah. Okay guys, so but that is actually by the way. That is by the way, I've done it, so there's no going back. Okay guys, so after this, I was smudging the under eyes with the orange shade, and that is it. I was done with everything, and I'm just, you know, dusting out. Remember, before I begin to do any other thing after doing eyeshadow, I make sure I dust out, because you don't want to leave the eyeshadow there and then place your hand on her eyes, especially me that doesn't work with eyeshadow puff. You are just going to stain everything, honestly. So make sure you dust out. That's why you have the setting powder there to start with. Okay guys, so moving over to my lining, I'm using the Zaron gel liner, and I'm just, you know, lining her eyes with that. I'm just going to make sure I achieve something neat and something nice. Her eye space is something you would want to work with. Like, she have a very, 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 very lovely eye space. Guys, she have a very beautiful eyes. And but even before that, let me take a time to compliment my makeup. Like, guys, did you see this look has no single edit? Honestly, not even at all single edits. This is how the job was, honestly. And oh my god, I'm loving every bit of the makeup too. So you guys should be waiting for the video, because it's going to be dropping soon anyway. I just wanted to take time and, you know, explain this eyeshadow look so that you guys will understand before we go into the, you know, makeup and all that. Okay guys, so having done that, I'm just, you know, lining her eyes. I'm making sure equally that I am not getting out, you know, her outer V. I'm not really getting out there. I just want to line the eyes and just stop there, you know, basically, again, because I didn't really, you know, do the winging the way it should be. Had it been I winged that well, yeah, I would have actually smudged out. But that is by the way. So guys, after that, I'm using my lip stain. You can use any shade, or you get like on waterline liner. They have waterline liner. Okay, so but I don't have it, so I'm using my lip stain. Yes, so you can use your lip stains. You can use like 20, the one that doesn't dry, like matte. You can use, you know, the one that is not matte, anyone, but I prefer the one that is matte because like I want it to dry up and like stay there. Okay guys, so after that, I thought my assistant was actually recording when I was doing my lashes and smudging out with mascara and all that. Unfortunately, she was not recording it, so when I realized, I just have to like replay so that you guys will see. But guys, like, I'm done. This is the eyeshadow look. This is actually the end of the video, guys. Okay, yeah, so this is perfuming actually. I hope you love this look as much as I do. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, put on your post notification so that you get notified when I post my new video. See you next time. Bye.